Hi guys. I am putting this in this group because more than just my team needs to hear this. So there's two threads on my mind right now from two different builder groups that I'm part of. One is a thread about helping other people build and about people who start building, have a leg underneath them, and then decide that they're going to stop building for whatever reason, or that it's just not for them anymore, and how to support their teams. And the other is a thread in a general Young Living business group where there was somebody who is asking for help finding, okay, I'm going to make this as brief as I can, but it's going to be hard, guys, because this is such a soapbox for me. So, and I don't know who's on here, but hello to whoever is watching. So in this YL business group that I'm in, and it's a general, doesn't matter what team that you're on kind of group like this one, there's a lady who said she's in 20 different business builder groups and she really isn't finding what she wants in any of them, and what she's looking for is day-to-day accountability assignments and ways, to help her succeed. And I totally understand that. The want and desire for step-by-step, do this, do this, do this, and you will be successful is such a strong thing. We all want those steps. And it's taken me 5 years to figure out my own steps. I was doing my own steps, but it took me 5 years to figure out exactly how to quantify those for everybody else. So here's the thing. Lots of people came onto that thread and made suggestions. They suggested doing game plan boot camp. They suggested making her own accountability group. They suggested being accountability partners, like somebody offered to be an accountability partner. They suggested doing the 90 days of IPAs or something like that it's called, but that's one that's coming up that looks kind of neat, and I'm happy to add you to that group if you're interested in it. But the point is that lots of ideas were put out there, and then every single one that was put out there, she said, I've done that, I've done that, I've done that, I've tried that, and it was great. I loved game plan boot camp, but we've done that, and now we're stalling, and so on and so forth. Okay, so then somebody looked at her profile, and on her profile, listed under, Young Living was listed there, but listed under her different information were like 4 or 5 different companies from the past that she had belonged to. Not a problem. I've been part of 3 other companies before now, didn't find success in any of those, and now I'm part of Young Living and having a great time with you all, right? So the problem, though, was that she still had web links up. She still had web links up for these different companies and for her active accounts in these different companies, right? Staying outside of the policy and procedure discussion, I'm not even going to get into that. What I'm going to say about that is this. Seriously, truly, I've tried it, I failed it. You can't fish from 2 or 3 boats successfully, okay? Multiple streams of income is a really great concept, and it's a really great thing. It exists, and it's real, and it's awesome, okay? But you can't start a second stream of income if the first stream of income is not stable. And so that was one of the first things that was questioned about her page. Somebody asked her about that. And then I got on there, I said the same thing I just said to you guys. You can't fish successfully from 2 boats. But I also pointed out that one thing you really need to accept if you're going to be successful in this business, and I don't mean just Young Living, I mean any network marketing business, pick one. One of the things you have to accept in this business is that if you're going to be successful, at the end of every day, it comes down to the steps you take and the responsibility that you accept for yourself and your actions. If you've done Game Plan Bootcamp and you loved it, grab a new set of people that want to build and start over. Do it a second time. Do it a third time. What happens now is going to show its fruit in 3 months. So you can't just do the boot camp one time or the IPAs one time or whatever is your mode of building one time and then say that you flatlined and so now I need to move on to something else. Believe me, I've done that too, and it makes your team really confused. It makes your builders really confused, and then after a time, you have some builders that are doing it this way, and some builders that are doing it this way, and some builders doing it this third way, based on what they saw you doing when they started building. So if you started out with make and takes, and then you moved to doing Danny Johnson, and then you switched over and you started doing game plan, Each of those are going to have some show in your team leaders. And so you need to be aware of that, and you need to narrow that down, and you need to focus. But it really comes down to you. It comes down to you accepting responsibility for your decisions. It comes down to you deciding and committing to yourself that you're going to continue to do this until it's successful, regardless of whether or not you have somebody else to coach you along. If you don't have a coach in your team, go find one. There's lots of Crossline people that are willing to work with you. That's why you're here in this group. It's because you have Crossline people that are willing to work with you and to run with you, and I'm excited for you. And there was somebody who didn't like me saying these things in that thread. They thought I was attacking her. And I want you to hear that I'm not attacking you guys when I say these things. I am trying to get you to see it because it makes your learning curve so much shorter and easier, and to show you that you really do have support, and that this is something that I say to you out of love, and because I know you can succeed, and I want to see you succeed, but I can't succeed for you, and nobody else can either. So I hope this message is taken with the intent that it's offered, and I hope that you guys will feel free to discuss it in the comments, and that we can be, I know that this group will have a civil discussion about it, and we're all going to be adult and not have a bunch of hurt feelings. So anyway, I hope that, that this was valuable time for you today. I'll talk to you later.